everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a long reading for you, okay? We are going to cover 7 different areas of your life. And we are going to look at past, present, future for all of those areas and the overall energy. So let's go ahead and just get into it. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Inhale. Hold. Keep holding. Exhale. One more inhale. Hold. Exhale. All right, let's go ahead and start with your work life. Your work life, okay. So, I'm already picking up that there is this major transition with everything for you in the present, okay? So there's a lot of things falling out of your life, lots of new habits trying to be integrated. But as far as work, let's start with most recent past. So we have the King of Cups. I do feel like when it comes to your work, your career, things like that, I feel like you were on this journey to develop emotional maturity, okay? So you could have had your eye on something that you have been wanting to create. This is something that is from the heart. It's something that is true to your soul's calling. But I do sense that in the past, you did not know how to ground that into reality. It was like your relationship to work and creating stability was not balanced. I feel like it was very focused in the more feminine aspect of things, the more feminine energy. What I mean by that is being more emotional about decisions when you're being called to be grounded or to create a container for yourself to be able to flow. I do feel like you maybe struggled with the creating of the container part. And this is something that you are kind of learning to balance out, okay? Moving on to the present. So we have the Tower for your present when it comes to your work, your career, money. And, okay, for some of you, a lot of you, I'm picking up this energy of it was all kind of a mindset shift. This is what is kind of falling apart right now. The way that you just have been viewing money, the way that you have been, it's like you were taking on other people's ideas and projections about what it is that you should be doing when it comes to money and your career. And it's like you are in the process of kind of fine-tuning what advice is coming from your own inner voice, what thoughts and things like that are actually yours and coming from you, and what is actually just projection. And you should do this, you should do that because I think I know better than you. And I feel like you were in this energy of allowing other people to tell you what was best for you, okay? This is something that is falling apart. So, whatever foundations you've built on those beliefs, they are also falling apart. So some of you could be actually losing a job. I'm also picking up something about a pilot. Um, okay, yeah, very strongly. Don't jump up here. My cat wants to jump on the cards. I'm picking up something about a pilot. But yeah, there's a tower moment around your work right now. So whatever was built on faulty foundation is crumbling. So be prepared for that if you're not already. And then for future energy. So okay, yeah, I'm just getting this huge change of perspective. Huge change of perspective. And this is leading you to maybe a career path that you never really thought of before. Okay. Beautiful. So, is that all I have to say for work? Yeah, something is definitely, I don't feel like you quite understand what is happening when it comes to your work quite yet. Um, but something is like realigning for you. And you could just be like in the middle of a lot of uncertainty when it comes to your stability right now, or your career. And it's like you had to kind of fine tune your ability to, yes, work from the heart space and do what it is that is actually calling you emotionally and is actually pulling on your heartstrings, and something that it's not just like, oh, it's just about money. This is great money, that's why I do this. No, it's deeper than that. And it's like, for some of you, you thought that, okay, my path that I'm so called to, a lot of people don't make money from this. Or there's just a lot of stuff that you've chosen to take on as your own beliefs that is just not serving you. You're actually blocking your own abundance because you're taking on these projections as facts. And what you're going through right now, you're being forced to kind of practice not letting other people kind of sway you in any which direction, especially when it comes to how you create money, because it is very different from how other people are creating it around you. So let's move on to the home life. Home life, okay. So, recent past. I'm getting this energy. You were in some sort of home situation where you didn't feel like you could really be yourself. You were under the hot seat, is what I'm picking up. Being scrutinized. This is a little heavy. Okay. So there's this huge layer of protection that you felt like you had to kind of wear over you in this home environment. Let's go ahead and just breathe that out, because that's some very heavy energy that I'm picking up right now. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, oh, okay. There's a lot of like, this is like, I'm picking up a lot of like psychic attacks. Maybe you lived with people who just did not have the best intentions for you, or were gossiping about you a lot, or just nasty energy where it was like, I'm not really at home here. And this could also be you not feeling at home in your own body, feeling like your nervous system is, not able to rest. Let's move on to present energy when it comes to your home. So, I keep picking up this energy of something not wanting to be seen, not in a bad way, but it's just like a little surprise. But we have the Three of Swords here, and I'm actually going to check with the guidebook for this deck, because I feel like something needs to be said. But, oh, before I even do that, there is a sense of something like cobwebs being dusted off of where you sit comfortably. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but whatever was affecting your ability to feel stable in your own body and the world around you, it's like something is being dusted off. You could have just gone through a root chakra cleansing and purging. Let's see. Okay, let me actually read the guidebook now. Yeah. Okay. Disruptive forces, incompatibility, confusion. Okay. So yeah, it's like something is being shaken up right now because it's like, again, as we're speaking on present energy, I did say this earlier, a lot is being shaken up, and it's like everything that was built on a faulty foundation is crumbling. Every single thing in your life right now that was built on the fake ass bullshit, the fake ass people, the fake ass opportunities, the flakiness, everything that was kind of built off of that energy is falling because you have cleansed your root, because something has fallen away. Okay, you could have been doing some deep emotional healing. I'm picking up like healing childhood wounds. You could have been going to therapy. 1, 2, 3 could be significant. Look that number up if you're called to. Yeah. Okay. Future. We have Four of Wands. This is beautiful. Okay. So there is something extremely stable coming in. It's just so aligned. It's so perfect. Part of you, well, the old version of you would say, this is too good to be true. The version that you're like wobbling between the old you and this version of you is like, of course, this is perfect for me. Because that's just my life now. Like, I just could not do the fakeness anymore. And my spirit knew that. So the world is obviously aligning to that. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. I don't know why I'm cursing so much. Sorry, guys. But it's this very feisty energy of, yes, I finally know what I deserve. Obviously, I get to have this. That's amazing for you. Let's move on to friends. I'm excited about this one because I've been feeling this massive heart awakening in this energy. So, all right, so recent past. There's just a lot of confusion about who was for you and who wasn't for you. There are a lot of people playing in your face, basically, is what I'm saying. And it's like, it's not your fault. Like, you had to go through a lot of healing, root chakra healing. And yes, I understand life is not all about healing. That's not all that we're here for. We're here to experience life as human beings. I'm getting off track. But there was a lot of confusion. It's like you always knew like what sort of friendships you wanted in your life, but it's like there was a lot of settling, okay? And with your current energy as far as friends, we have Ace of Wands in reverse. So that's a little interesting. I am picking up that there are, okay, ooh. So you are about to be introduced to people who you are supposed to have some sort of, friendship connection with. They are genuinely aligned with you in every way that you've been thinking of possible. And I'm not saying every friend of yours has to be exactly like you or like everything that you like, but you're going to be meeting a lot of people, or like just a group of people, or like one person. I'm just getting one single encounter where it's like something clicks and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Like, that's crazy. So, yeah, I'm just getting, it's like you have an idea of the friendships that you want. You've been conceptualizing it and just envisioning it, and you can really feel it. And it's like you haven't come into contact with this group of people or this person, whatever it is. But you are about to. And then it's like, I do feel like this is part of the portal that you are currently in right now. This portal of your life changing to something that is more fully aligned with you and kind of releasing all of the old gunk from your field. Let me move on to future when it comes to friends. So, I am picking up a bit of energy where there will be some people who will see you as cold, okay? There are going to be some people from your past that will see you as cold, or even if they're not connected to your past in any way, people will kind of see you as more intimidating than you appear to be now, a little more guarded, and I feel like the right people will see you in that light. Now, other people who are not intimidated by you, who kind of understand where you're coming from, or I'm also picking up this energy of they understand where you're coming from because they also have to have the same level of barriers that you have to have. So you could be making friends with people that are more wealthy, possibly even famous, but I'm just getting the energy of people who are used to having to be a bit more on guard because they may be more afraid of being used or targeted because of the position that they're in. And this could be related to your work as well. You could be meeting these people when it comes like at your new career or during your new career endeavors. Okay? But you're definitely going to be aligning with people who understand certain struggles that you may have gone through. Like, for instance, if you're a really, really wealthy person, you have to fear, you don't have to, but you may fear that, okay, I can't show my amount of wealth too soon because if I do that, people will use me for money. Or if you're a very attractive person, woman especially, it's like, okay, like, it's not like you can hide that really. So it's just out there. So it's like, okay, I have to be cautious of everyone I meet because I don't know if they're trying to use me for their own pleasure, or they think I can do something for them, or they want to benefit off of my looks, or whatever the case is. It's like you're going to be meeting people that understand where you're coming from. So that's amazing. Yeah, huge portal energy when it comes to friendships. Now, let's get into love. Okay. For past energy, okay, this is interesting because I feel like the past energy and the present are kind of like meshing together for some reason. I don't know why. But let's stick with recent past right now before I get distracted because it's just the energy is so meshed. I'm picking up a person who sharpens your mind, who makes you feel like you can accomplish anything. I'm also getting this energy of uncertainty as well. Maybe you felt like it was too good to be true in the past, but I'm just picking up the strong energy of someone possibly coming back around. Or if it's not a person, it's like the type of person that you wanted. Maybe you dated someone like that and you could have sabotaged it or not just seen it for what it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting this energy of someone being like unavailable or just kind of being more avoidant. This could be you or the other person. Only take it if this feels like your story, okay? But and this isn't someone who, intentionally tried to harm you or intentionally tried to hurt you or mislead you. It's like either you or this person, whoever was the avoidant in this situation, just did not. There was something they weren't seeing, or you. I don't know why I said they, but there was something someone just wasn't seeing clearly. I'm going to pull one more for clarity on this because, like I said, the energy was just very meshed. Because I do feel like this is someone who is coming back. Or you may run into each other, something like that. Let's clarify past. Judgment. Okay, this is interesting because I'm just feeling like you may have unfinished business with someone, okay? See, it's literally not even letting me read for the past. It's like there could be a resentment that someone needed to let go of. There's so much confusing energy around this. Let's move on to present. I think it'll make more sense if I just finish this part of the reading. So, present is so interesting because we have Queen of Coins here, Queen of Pentacles. So, this is this energy of standing in your power, creativity, there's something that does not want to come out. I don't know why I'm whispering right now. But it's like someone doesn't want you to see this person or doesn't want you to have this connection, but we're going to banish that hating ass energy and we are going to continue on with clarity during this reading. Okay. So, your current energy, you are actually seeing your power. You're seeing your worth. You've finally put your crown back on and you're ready to demand more for yourself. So whatever this previous energy was, the recent past, it's like they could be coming back correct, better than they came before, as they should, or it's like you're getting an upgraded version of the person that you thought you wanted. It's like someone new, but it's like, oh my God, I was gripping onto that person, not knowing my worth. But here's this person who is willing and able to give me exactly what I need in a partner. Why was I gripping on so tightly to this one outcome? It's like you're in this energy of seeing your worth, knowing that you're the prize, and knowing that you are going to attract someone very, very, very worthy of the prize, who can water the prize. Vice versa, someone who sees what you have to offer and can receive that. Future energy, the Empress. This is amazing. Yeah, get ready to be treated how you're supposed to be treated, better than what you're thinking right now. Get comfortable in that energy. I'm so excited for you for that. That's amazing. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. Let's do... You guys, I just realized that I missed a whole category, but I'm going to save that one for last. And I'm going to trust that this is still working out. And it makes sense. Okay, that's embarrassing. All right, let's move on to... Hold on, do I want to do this one? So the one I skipped was luck. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, I will save that one for last and just trust that I'm getting the correct messages no matter what. All right, let's move on to goals. So we have Page of Coins. Yeah, honestly, this is working out perfectly because that is what I'm picking up. So, Knave of Coins or Page of Coins. Yeah, recent past, this is you trying to figure out your stability. Not just, oh, what job can I do right now? But like, okay, what do I want to do in the long run? What lights me up? This is you kind of fine-tuning that, maybe trying new things, dropping things, seeing what really sticks with you, okay? And then for present energy, when it comes to your goals, this is, okay, love this. We're seeing the King of Coins, and this is right next to the Queen of Coins. So what this is telling me is, okay, this is crazy. I think I was supposed to miss a column during this reading because the way that the spread is laying out, I just said the Queen and King of Coins are right next to each other. And so this is telling me that whoever this person is when it comes to your love life, your relationships, they are meant to kind of help you on this journey when it comes to your goals or your life purpose or the several life purposes that you create for yourself. This is so interesting. You are meant to have help when it comes to this. Someone is meant to work with you. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you're not meant to do this alone. And I do feel like you are currently in alignment with whatever energies or people who are supposed to help you. Confirmation burp. Okay. And then for the future, let's see. So we have 4 of Cups in reverse. This is interesting. So let me turn to the guidebook for this one as well, because I'm not quite sure. Let's see. So is this correct? I mean, I'm just going to read the cards and trust that it's hitting, I guess. In the future, there could be something that you feel like you missed out on or you wasted time with. Wasted potential energy is what I'm feeling. Now, this isn't saying that that's actually true, but there may be something in the past that you may actually be grieving as far as goals because it's something that maybe your ego really wanted. And it's like, deep down, my heart and soul, I actually don't want to do this. But I spent so much time going down this route. I'm frustrated. And it's okay to feel that way because, I mean, we're human. Now, this doesn't feel like a bad thing or like you actually missed out on something. I do feel like you just actually came into alignment with something that is actually for you. And it's like, dang, I've been doing this other thing for 20 years. I wish I knew this sooner. Yeah. Owning your truth about something, your deep subconscious truth about something when it comes to your goals. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Nothing to be afraid of. Just like, I'd be excited for this, honestly, because it's like no more wasted energy in this direction. But it is something where it's like, dang, I really wanted this for a long time. And it's not happening. I'm moving in a different direction. And I'm fulfilled in this direction, but dang, my ego is like, I wanted to do that. I wanted to prove to people that I could do it. And not saying you can't or that you never will, but I'm just reading the cards. Potential future energy. So, okay. Seven of Coins. Hold on. But I do feel that you are going to be simultaneously growing in this other direction that you could see coming or that you're currently working towards, but like you don't quite see the full picture. That is going to be growing for you while also you're grieving, past mistakes, quote unquote, or past missed opportunities, quote unquote. Okay, now you guys, let's go ahead and get into a life journey. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse for recent past. I'm just picking up numbness right now. I don't know why. What is this? Knight of Cups. Okay, this is interesting. I'm picking up this energy of you being kind of like tricked into something. So this, I feel like, is connected to your earlier stages of life where you were extremely receptive. You still are, but of course, even more as a child. You were extremely receptive. And this is when you were picking up a lot of thoughts, projections, ideas, things from people around you. But the thing is, you were meant to kind of show these people the way out of that. But of course, as a child or as someone who is not in an authoritative space, you don't really know how to do that. That's not your place. So you're kind of taught to be quiet, or you're taught that your truth isn't your truth, it's delusional. Or you're taught that this truth of this other person that doesn't feel good for you is the truth. It's the way of the world. This is how things are done. You could have been told that you were too sensitive, too naive, things like that. And it's like, I'm just getting this like stifling energy, wanting to appear colder because it was easier. Staying silent, not speaking up about the things around you. This is, again, another heavy energy from the past. So I don't want to dwell too much into that because that feels like a very long time ago. Very old energy, but very strong, very prevalent energy. Stay over there. Present energy. We have the Hanged Man. And ooh, this is beautiful. I feel like this is a part of your journey, showing people a different viewpoint. So you may be someone who is, people have a tendency to share their life story with, or just approach, or you just have this warm energy, so people come to you without realizing how much you can shake up their reality. So your current reality is being shaken up by the inner work that you've done, by the unshedding of beliefs, by choosing to believe what you prefer your life to be like and going in that direction. It's like you're meant to show other people how to change their lives in that way. Starting with the mental, starting with seeing things differently, starting with planting those seeds. And you're teaching people how to nurture and grow those seeds within themselves. And then future energy. So I feel like in the future you will finally be able to realize how valuable your energy is. Like this future energy all around, it's very like I'm in my own power unapologetically. This is what you're stepping into. You're not afraid to trigger people because you know that it's going to help them. And if it doesn't help them, at least if it's not, right there, you don't see how it helps them, you know that you've planted that seed within them. Now, let's move on to luck, the one that I skipped, and then we are closing out. So, luck. King of Swords, recent past. I'm just laughing at the image on this card because it's very just guarded. And the way that he's holding his sword, it's no, I don't want to let anyone in. I need to protect myself at all cost, even if I don't allow blessings to come in, because I know what's going to happen. And that's better for me. You know what I mean? It's just so serious and guarded and overthinking, anxious. Just, I'm getting annoyed. Just chill out, relax. Go take a bath, go masturbate, go do something, relax, baby. That's that's what I'm getting for it's just this constipated energy, not believing in luck and miracles. Now let's move on to present. Death. When it comes to luck, yeah, it's let me thoroughly just calm down and read this through. You're seeing how you create your own luck. You're seeing that your life doesn't just happen to you. You're seeing that you actually are a master manifester, and that the only thing that was in the way was your own thoughts and what you were choosing to believe is possible for you and just in general. Being closed-minded, this is what is coming to death. Breaking out of the mold, breaking out of the box, realizing that that's when you're the most lucky, when you just flow and allow it to happen, allow things to come to you instead of trying to force things all the time. Now, with the future, when it comes to luck, we have strength. This is you wielding that energy, wielding the power that you have mentally, making things work in your favor instead of thinking against yourself. Because that is part of the luck. Your mindset, not saying, oh, I need to be happy all the time to be lucky. No. You can still have human emotions, anger, sadness, resentment. You can still have all that shit and be lucky and create your own luck and wield your own power. But it's all about not letting those emotions send you into a spiral where you're in bed for 3 days because you're in a deep depression because you thought yourself into one. Okay? Now, let's close out with the oracle cards. So, the past energy, this first breath, beginner's mind, this is you kind of starting over is what I'm feeling. Spiritual awakening, coming into yourself. I don't feel like this is all first breath as in early childhood or as when I was a kid. I feel like first breath as my first time really learning to listen to my intuition and use it and hearing its voice. It's you've been learning to master listening to your own voice. And the present, possibility for union, sky bridge. This is you kind of balancing your masculine and your feminine. This also can relate to a partner coming in. I did speak heavily upon that, whether it's friendship or relationship. I spoke about heart healing as well. Deeper connections. Seeing how valuable that is to your life and how closed off you were to that in the past is bringing like a spark back into your energy. And last but not least, potential future, the crossing, initiation. Now, I am picking up this major energy of moving. You could just be traveling, but I'm also picking up the number 9. So just the closing out of a huge cycle. This could just be energetic moving. And if you're not actually physically moving, you could notice that you may live in the same place, but you randomly start attracting just way different types of people for the better. Amazing opportunities that you're like, I didn't even know this was here. And it's because you've crossed over into a new reality. You're no longer in this state of lack and doubt and lowering yourself, dimming your light, people pleasing, wearing this armor of fear and protection, being anxious. You're not in that anymore. And it's like, it may have taken you a while to see that, but it's like, it's going to click, if it hasn't already, very soon. And you're attracting newness into your life. Thank you guys for listening to this long-ass reading. If you made it this far, leave a like. Okay? I'll see you guys when I see you. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.